Band work. I would happily personally say it's probably prevented injuries on myself. Utilizing bands in a throwing sport strengthens, prevents, as well as conditions your shoulder for the throwing motion. I highly recommend that you use bands 15 minutes prior to every workout. Come check out some of these drills that we have for you today. With the bands, you can work on your own, just tying the band up on anything that's stable. This allows the resistance for yourself. Here you see a player doing more of an internal-external row, a scarecrow exercise that we call. This strengthens the throwing arm in a motion of receiving the ball as well as throwing the ball. External rotation. This is a great exercise to make sure you keep your elbow tight to your body and only utilizing your arm or your shoulder to maneuver your wrist. Make sure your elbow stays as close as possible to your body, allowing only your shoulder to maneuver your wrist in and out. Internal rotation. Internal is very similar to the external. It's very crucial that your elbow stays in tight. This really utilizes the strength in your rotator cuff and the muscles around it. Also, you notice the player here is not moving in a fast twitch motion. This is a personal favorite of mine. This is almost like you're faking the ball in the water. If you're noticing the player is going in a circular motion, just stretching out his shoulder. This allows for great flexibility once you get in the water with your fake. This other motion, you're emulating the throwing motion in the water. If you notice, he's using his core and he's crunching as he's coming through with his shoulder. It's really focusing on the lower back and stomach muscles as you're coming through on a throw. This other exercise is very similar to the throwing motion as your tricep push. You're coming through on your triceps, really snapping through, as though you're throwing the ball on a last-minute shot. This is a great exercise to make sure that you're focusing on both sides of the shoulder. It's important that you make sure that you strengthen not only the front, but the rear deltoids. The other great thing about bands, not only you're working your strengthening your shoulders or your upper body or lower body, it's also a great thing to utilize for stretching. If you notice some of the techniques here, he's using it as stretching as well as strength. Here in this exercise, try your best to focus on the wrist. Once you're coming through on here, really snap your wrist at the end to strengthen the forearm muscles. Here you see the player doing it from both angles, from the front position as well as the back. The push drill. Visualize pushing yourself forward. In this, you'll notice your front and your lower back will be tightening as you're going through the motion. Here you have the player doing some front rows, working on that rear deltoid and lat muscle. The band offers endless amount of opportunities for strength training and flexibility. Get out there and get one.